We always wonder, what's that one thing that truly separates the good from the great? I'll give you a hint. It's probably not what you think. Today, we're diving deep into what success is really made of, cutting through all the noise to get to the real story behind greatness.
So let's just get right to it with the big question. Is talent something you're born with? Some kind of magic gift? Or is it the biggest myth we've all been sold? We've been told our whole lives to believe in natural ability. But what if the real secret, the actual key to unlocking your potential, is something you have way more control over? Let's find out.
Okay, to really get a grip on this, we're going to look at two absolute titans from completely different worlds. We've got a football legend, Cristiano Ronaldo, and a tech visionary, Elon Musk. One guy built his empire on pure physical discipline, the other on just insane mental grit. But here's the kicker. As you're about to see, their actual blueprints for success are shockingly similar.
First up, let's head to the pitch. We're going to deconstruct the rise of Cristiano Ronaldo. And really, his story is less about some God-given talent and way more about a relentless, almost obsessive commitment to just being the best.
And when you look at his journey, it wasn't some easy, straight shot to the top. Not at all. It starts with humble beginnings, facing real financial struggles. Then, when he gets to the football academy, it wasn't just his skill that made him stand out, it was his work ethic. He just flat out trained harder than everybody else. And that relentless drive is what took a promising kid and forged him into a global icon.
And this wasn't just a now and then thing. We're talking about his daily ritual. While other players were heading home, recovering, Ronaldo was still out there, on the field, pushing himself to the absolute limit. Hour after hour, just perfecting every little piece of his game. It was in those quiet, grueling moments, away from the crowds, that the legend was really built.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Ronaldo said it best himself. Talent without working hard is nothing. That's not just some nice quote for a motivational poster, right? That is the core philosophy that defined his entire career. He knew that talent might get you noticed, but it's discipline that keeps you at the very top. All right, so from the grass of the football pitch, we're blasting off to the final frontier. Now we're going to look at the persistence of an innovator, Elon Musk. His story isn't about physical strength, but about an absolutely unshakable mental toughness, especially when staring down catastrophic failure. 3, just let that number really sink in for a second. In the early days of SpaceX, they had 3 catastrophic rocket launch failures in a row. And these weren't little hiccups. We're talking multi-million-dollar explosions. The entire industry was basically laughing, ready to write them off. Musk had poured his entire fortune into this thing. I mean, can you even imagine the pressure? And this just lays it all out, plain and simple. Launch 1, kaboom, failure. Launch 2, same thing, failure. Launch 3, another one bites the dust, failure. For pretty much any other person or company, that's game over. You pack it in. But Musk and his team, they saw something different in that wreckage. They saw data. They saw lessons. So with absolutely everything on the line, they tried one more time. And they did it. They reached orbit. Musk's mindset just completely flips the script on failure. He famously said, "Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough." For him, failing wasn't a sign you were doing something wrong. It was proof that you were pushing the boundaries of what was even possible. It was actually a necessary part of creating something new. Okay, so let's pull back for a second. We've got these two incredible stories. One is all about relentless discipline. The other is about this just unwavering persistence. They seem so different on the surface, right? But what's the common thread? What's the secret sauce, the blueprint for greatness that we can pull from all this?
This chart really just puts it all side by side. For Ronaldo, the core principle is discipline. For Musk, it's persistence. Ronaldo looks at talent as raw material. You have to sharpen and perfect. Musk thinks it's way less important than having a clear vision. But look at their approach to failure. For Ronaldo, a mistake is just a signal to train even harder. For Musk, a catastrophic failure is a valuable lesson. See the pattern? In both of their worlds, failure is never the end. It's just fuel.
So, when you put it all together, what's the big takeaway? Maybe we've been looking at this whole talent thing completely backwards. Maybe it's not the gift of greatness. Maybe it's just the invitation to the race. It's simply the starting line. The real question, the one that you have to answer for your own story, is this: how far will your discipline and your persistence take you?